All right, Bears fans, and anybody looking for info on the NFC North, we're trying to give basis through these videos off of actual stats from the last year alone. So not based off of 2-3 years back. We're using complete recency on these, having to use averages for rookies because that's what you have to go off of when you don't have actual basis for those yet, but really figuring out which team has the best at each position. This all stemmed from a video that I did last week, or a little over that, called Ranking the Best of the Best, Unbiased Opinion of the NFC North. And now we're fact-checking them with stats and analysis going through each and every position group. We've gone through several. We're going to finish the last one the day that rookies report to minicamp. We've got 5 days until the rookies report to minicamp for the Bears. We've got 8 days until the vets report. 5, 8. You got Darnell Wright, but also you've got Connor Williams. Obsessive Connor Williams watch. No news on that front. Away we go. So in our previous video, I tried to be very fair. The Lions probably have the best offensive line, and with that, the best tackles in the entire league. Penei Sewell is an absolute beast. Taylor Decker is a very good player. Christian Darrisaw is a very good player. Darnell Wright came along in this season. He actually had some injuries and held off players like Max Crosby with one arm in the game versus the Raiders. Braxton Jones played very well, even though he got scrutinized a little bit. In this one, I put Rasheed Walker and Jordan Morgan because Zach Tom was listed by them at that point as moving into center or guard. It looks like Zach Tom is right now listed on their tackle list. Who knows what the Packers are doing because they're dealing with some turnover. They obviously had David Bakhtiari constantly injured, really didn't have much of a factor last year. Now he's a free agent. The rumors the Bears were going to sign him, but really every pundit seems to tag the Bears to every rumor because they don't give the Bears credit for where they are. They don't see the impact Kieran Amagaji can have, and they don't really see that Darnell Wright was a rookie that was developing, really played really well as a rookie, and came into his own. Braxton Jones played a lot better than they gave him credit for. So there's even other players at cornerback now that they're linking him to. The Cowboys cornerback. They're saying the Bears are one of the front. It's this time of year. Knock it off. The Bears are almost a complete. If anything we can use a defensive tackle, that's about it. So how are we going to grade these guys? Let's look at it. There's 4 main criteria I'm going to give. There's pass block efficiency, a PFF stat measuring pressures allowed on a per snap basis with weighted towards sacks allowed. Second, pass blocking, PFF's grade for pass blocking. Third, run blocking, PFF's grade for run blocking. And finally, I added my PBP, that's plays between pressures. Average play allowing any pressure, and this is one of my little stats. I know there's other names for it and other places use the same thing. But we're only going to compare the starting tackles for this one. We're not going to use the swing tackles. Every team falls into some trouble now and then. But really, your bookend tackles, that's what this one's all about. Your bookend tackles are what's going to really hold the line together on the outside. So let's look at how they did last year. You see the little asterisks are for the teams that no longer have that player on the team. I don't think Larry Borum will be on the Bears. I really don't. He played very poorly, and we've got Kieran Amagaji and Matt Pryor. If I were to put Matt Pryor's stats in here, Matt Pryor was among the best in the entire league. Just very limited stats. So he played very well. He's played both guard and tackle before. Played very well for the Colts, then played extremely well for the San Francisco 49ers, but just didn't have a ton of snaps this last year. I think that's a great option to be able to have a 3rd-4 option with Matt Pryor. So I'm really glad the Bears got him. But really nothing changes from last year to this year with the offensive tackles on all of these teams. There's really not a lot of turnover, especially with Zach Tom now being reported to stay at tackle. And Jordan Morgan, their rookie that Bears fans have had a lot of fun with, saying that Austin Booker, our 5th-round pick, dominated him at the scene, because he did. He absolutely dominated him. It was just one snap. No, it wasn't just one snap. It was over and over and over again. It looks like they're potentially moving him in to start at guard, which would be a little easier for a rookie. They took him in the 1st round. He's going to start as guard. We'll see what ends up happening there. I don't think they really planned on taking him from the start, but the Lions ended up jumping past the Packers to get Terrion Arnold. I just love to see the downfall of the Packers. I really am FGB all day long. Sorry, Packers fans. I'm not catering this to you. I am not a Packers fan. Anyways, I digress. Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker. You see the pass block efficiency very high. Pass blocking, run blocking. Let's move this thing out of the way. Let's get that out of here. PvP. All right, so we brought this up over and over and over for months and months and months, and this is where this whole channel started from, was the stats and analysis. PvP, if you're above 20 as a tackle, you have a solid PvP. That's my basis and analysis. Matt Nelson only had 85 snaps, a lot like Matt Pryor. Played very well, but in limited snaps. His run blocking wasn't as good, though. 33.7 for Penei Sewell is absolutely ridiculous. The only guy to mirror that and actually had a better PvP. Now, there's basis for all this. A lot of things you have to look into with all of this, guys. Connor Williams had the best in the entire league, but Tua Tagovailoa also got the ball out quicker than anybody in the entire league. Larry Bourne was one of the worst in the league. Braxton Jones, Darnell Wright, they had pretty low PvPs. If you're below 10, you're a cut candidate for me. If you're right around 15, you're an average NFL tackle. 12.67, 13.15 are not the best, but we do know Justin Fields brought a few more pressures on than he should have. Now, I'm going to leave it at that because I think there's a lot more to it with the offensive coordinator, with how things were run. Long story short, I think Caleb is going to do better with Shane Waldron, and I think you're automatically going to see Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones come along and play better on that stat anyways. The run blocking for the Bears has always been elite, so that's very good. Pass blocking, Braxton Jones had a very good year. Darnell Wright, above average year. So we'll see where those things play out, but how did we grade this out? A lot of Bears fans may not be happy. You know that I had the Lions ranked 1, Vikings 2, Bears 3, Packers 4. Well, in reality, and it wasn't even close, it was Lions 1, Vikings 2, Packers 3, Bears 4. So the Packers were ahead of us as far as last year's line efficiency, line run blocking, pass blocking, everything. The Bears were really 27th ranked pass blocking efficiency for an entire unit. I don't want to get into the whole excuses on all of that, but I did see a lot of progress, and I'm very happy with where the Bears are headed. So how does it change this year? Well, you got Kieran Amagaji as a rookie. You got Giovanni Manu as a rookie. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the guy that I was talking about that the Lions took in the 4th round. That was Theo Benedict from British Columbia's teammates. And you know, we got Theo Benedict as a undrafted free agent tackle who's really probably more of a guard. Lineman of the year for a couple years, but not this last year, and wasn't even the best tackle on his team this last year. Giovanni Manu was. He looks like an NFL developmental tackle. Theo Benedict, to me, might not even make the practice squad at this point. Don't crucify the messenger. I just really, when I watched his tape, I wasn't sucked in like a lot of other creators were. I just don't see it in Theo Benedict yet, and I hope that I'm wrong, because I love to see when we get diamonds in the rough. But Kieran Amagaji has it. He has all of it. So not a lot of changes here. Andre Dillard as the third option for the Packers is really kind of sad. I would think they would take Jordan Morgan, try to develop him, and in a pinch, but if they're starting him at guard, they don't have a lot of options there. So see what happens. But those are really the only changes. Nothing else really changed. So that leads us pretty much in the same position where we were before. So this one's not a happy Bears hoorah. It's a, within the Bears organization, you know, Darnell Wright came along a ton as a rookie. We've got a new quarterback and a new offensive play caller, new offensive coordinator. Everything should be trending in the right direction for this team. And Braxton Jones played a lot better than people gave him credit for. Last year, 34th ranked tackle, and that was the best ranking we had. So 32 teams, and our best tackle was ranked 34th. There's room for improvement. According to this, I was a little bit biased against the Packers. That's pretty normal for me, but I really think the Packers suck. So we're going to leave it at that. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Was I too hard on the Packers on this one? Was Zach Tom staying in place? Can he replicate the year he had last year? Because really, I think he overachieved. Where do you see this? But really, it's pretty clear cut. The Lions are number one, and they probably might be number one in the entire league, not just the NFC North. So tomorrow we'll have the interior offensive linemen. We're going to have all of these before training camp starts. I'll have the IOLs. Then I'll have the defensive tackles, tight ends, cornerbacks, and quarterback, and that's how we'll wrap it up. Should be good to compare all of it when we're done and see how realistic I was with where things rank, because I do see at this point Lions winning the division, Bears number 2, Packers number 3, Vikings number 4. But really, I see a dogfight for 3 and 4 with the Vikings and the Packers for third in the division. Both of them having a losing record, but probably just barely having a losing record. But that's just my take. Let me know your thoughts, and until next time, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so, and bear down.